Hello, everyone. Welcome to Literacy Blossom by Masa. This is Masa. I'm excited to have you here for another edition of Writing Wednesday. If this is your first Writing Wednesday, Writing Wednesdays gives us a chance to center the practice of writing as a tool for healing, as a tool for life transformation. I encourage you to go back and review last week's video where we covered just the overall impacts of writing as a practice in one's life. And these videos, the goal is that they're no longer than 5 minutes, just so you can have a quick tip for the week. And also, I'll provide you with some homework to engage with to get you started and in building a consistent writing routine. Today, we're focusing on the topic of you can write anywhere. So let's get into it. So it may seem like really straightforward, like, oh, I want to write, I want to start journaling. What resources should I use? But I want to expand on this just a little bit. Yes, you can purchase a journaling book. You can grab one from anywhere, from the dollar store. They actually have really nice ones at like a Family Dollar or a Dollar Tree. You can grab a notebook if you're someone who likes to list information out and not necessarily write in a notebook style. You can grab a notebook. You can grab theme paper, but you can also write in your devices. So your phone, tablet, and iPads, if you have either one of these resources, they have notes apps. So in my phone, I use the notes to write my morning prayers. First thing in the morning, after I do my devotionals, after I just take a minute, I always write out my morning prayers. And the good thing about the phone and the iPad, you can always lock those notes if you want to ensure that what you're writing maintains private and no one can grab your phone and just access your thoughts. These are two apps that just writing. If you have an iPhone, if you have a Samsung, you should have some form of notes app. You can also download a free version if it's not available on your phone. These are areas you can write. These are tools you can use to write, and also your tablet. On my iPad, I like to use GoodNotes. I use GoodNotes on my iPad to write in my book journal. After I read a book, after I finish a book, I like to journal about it. I write a summary of the book. If it's fictional, if it's a fictional book, I like to write about the characters. I write the plot of the book, and then I write about the theme or the lesson that I learned from the book. So these are the habits that I've been able to build. But yes, iPad, GoodNotes, I like it. I can add pictures to my journal and just make it creative. And also with your phone, if you just wanted to use your notes tab for like voice notes and take it from your voice notes and then later go back and write it in your journal, then I would encourage you to do that also. But you can use your phone, whatever resource that you feel most comfortable with. That's what I encourage you to use for your writing. Now, when should you write? I'm talking about when you should write in terms of time and also in terms of like feeling. So you should write when you are in a reflective state, meaning you're reflecting on something. You may have just encountered a certain experience and you want to have a record of that. So you may journal about that in your journal. You may write about that in your journal. So I know some people, they like to keep memory journals. So they will write about an experience they had, whether it's something that was positive or something that they learned a lesson from. They will journal about it, and they would even in the memory journal add images, make it beautiful, make it something that they would want to come back to at some point to read again. You could journal when you're looking for answers and clarity. This is a big part of my writing practice, and this aligns with prayerful moments for me because I like to pick up my journal and start writing when I'm thinking through a certain concept, when I'm thinking through a certain idea. And I stated this in the first video. I'm someone, when I decide to write something down and I really hone in on it and I get to a moment of clarity, most of the time I'm going to get it done. Like that thing is going to happen. It's going to come to fruition. So you can use your journal when you're looking for answers. I say start off with questions. Start off with questions. If you're someone who prays, start off with questions, say a prayer, and then start trying to map out the solutions. As I already stated, prayerful moments. I write out prayers every morning. I You can journal as a part of, this is talking more as it relates to like exact time, your evening routine, your morning routine. But that would be for you to decide if you would do best just writing first thing in the morning, or if you want to wind down with writing. I find that for me, I've been adopting the habit of starting to wind down with actual like books, like trying to read a few pages, and then I may start to adopt like a journaling practice at the end of the evening. But for now, my journaling, I do it in the morning. I do it when I feel just the need to do it. So that's for you to decide though what would work best for you. You can journal when you want to express gratitude. And the reason I put gratitude slash wellness is because research suggests when we reflect on things we're grateful for, that can improve our overall health. So I encourage you to begin writing just to support your mental health. And just to consider what are those things in your life you're grateful for, whether it's something small or something big. So every day in my journal, I have a section in my journal that asks me, what's today's win? And I will share like what I considered a win for that day, whether it's something big, it's something small. I was able to get through my to-do list today. That may be a win. I had a successful meeting at work. That was a win. So getting into the habit of documenting what you're grateful for could definitely improve your overall wellness. Anxious moments. This one has really helped me in my phone, because if I have moments where I'm nervous, where I'm about to have to do something like a speaking engagement, or if I know that I'm about to engage in something that's very important, and I may have a moment of anxiousness or nervousness, I could pull out my notes and write through it, write right through that experience, and also try to ground myself. So things that I'll consider is, when trying to ground myself and thinking about mindfulness, just taking a moment to bring myself back into the present moment and not thinking ahead of all the things that could potentially happen or go wrong. So I may write or describe the environment I'm in. I may focus on why I'm experiencing the feelings that I'm having. And this connects to looking for answers and clarity. I may write down why I'm experiencing the feelings that I am, and then use that to like sort of like refute my thoughts, and bring myself down. You could use it to discuss the smells in the air. What sounds do you hear? These are all techniques that you could write in your phone wherever you're at in the moment to help you ground yourself in moments where you're feeling anxious. Consistency in a positive habit. Being able to say, I've consistently written in my journal. I've consistently worked on a manuscript. If you are just gearing towards or steering towards like writing a actual book or some form of extended text, being able to write consistently can and improve your mood. So it's a positive habit to develop. And feeling overwhelmed, being able to write out one thing I like to do in moments where I may feel overwhelmed, I like to do brain dumps. This is something I've gone to for years. All of the things that are in my head that are making me feel overwhelmed, I'm going to jot them down like a to-do list. And for me, it makes me feel good when I'm able to get that list out and then go back and pace out how I'm going to accomplish these tasks throughout the week. All right, so I want you to consider for yourself for this week's homework assignment. I want you to reflect on when you would benefit from writing the most. Take a moment, 5 minutes, 10 minutes out of your day, just sit still, consider when would I benefit from writing? Like considering all of these different situations or feelings expressed here, when would you benefit from writing the most? Then I want you to decide on a writing time and put it in your calendar, whether that's your physical calendar, your phone calendar, something that is going to start to alert you that it's time to write. And that could be a 5 minute time block that you're sitting out to write. That could be a 10 minute, 20 minute. But if this is your first time really jumping into this practice of journaling, I encourage you to start small and celebrate those smaller successes. And then as you build up, you get a little bit more resilient, and you're able to sit for longer moments of time to journal. You'll feel more confident in the practice. If you enjoyed this information that I shared with you all today, I want to encourage you to like and subscribe. There will be more videos coming. And also, I think I may drop my email address in the description today, so that if you have any questions about the content that's being provided on the channel, you can email me at literacyblossom@gmail.com. So I'll also drop that communication information in the description today. So thank you all for watching today's Writing Wednesday video. Stay blessed.